You have a lot of experience at this tournament. It's widely been regarded as the best conference tournament in the country. What does it take as a wrestler to compete at the Big Ten championships?
Well, just regarding the weekend itself, I mean, you got to be ready to go. I mean, the whole year comes down to this weekend. I think with a lot of guys that have had, they built their success through the season, and the seeds have been determined through that. But now the gloves are off, and regardless of whether you feel good, bad, or indifferent, you got to get ready to go this weekend and let it fly. Because there's no easy rounds, there's no matches off, there's nothing like that. And so I think every guy, every team, everywhere needs to be prepared for a battle, and we're looking forward to it.
Looking at some of these guys that got pre-seeds that slot them into qualifier allocation spots, like Elijah, Devin, Cole. Some of those guys looking to make another return to NCAAs. Cole's looking for his first. What kind of fields do they individually face this weekend, and how do you like their chances?
Well, I mean, they all face a lot of challenges. Even though they're in there, they pre-allocated their spot, but nothing's done yet. They have to wrestle up to that potential, and even within those guys individually, there's guys on both sides of them. There's higher seeds, there's lower seeds, and so they're not going to go deep into the tournament without facing a lot of adversity right away or a lot of challenges. And so, as I mentioned before, it's no different for anybody from any other school. Everybody's got to be prepared, and everybody's got to bring their A game and just be ready to really battle and wrestle regardless of the situation. Because the one thing you can guarantee about the Big Ten tournament is that nothing's going to go as exactly as planned through there. I mean, every year there's huge upsets and great matches and guys coming out of nowhere to make a stand. And I think that's what makes it such a great spectacle. It's what makes the conference the most competitive, the most difficult conference there is and ever has been. And it's just what makes it a great thing.
Is it good to have Jake Danishek and Bryce Martin back in the lineup, even though they got in with just enough time to make the postseason?
Yeah, I mean, especially for those guys. I mean, it's been a long, hard road for them, battling back from the injuries that they faced, and to see them be able to get back and finish their, towards the end of the season and compete and hopefully compete well. I mean, that's what you want for your student athletes. And it would have been really unfortunate to see their season finish without being able to at least put in a good effort and try to get to the NCAA championships.
Cole, this is your first time wrestling in a big time tournament in Michigan since probably high school. I guess what excites you about being back in Michigan for this Big Ten tournament?
It'll be fun just to be back in Michigan competing in front of a bunch of familiar faces. So it's pretty exciting that Big Ten's being held there, and I don't know, just seeing all the familiar faces and kind of, I don't know, feeling a little more like home, I guess.
You learned your seed earlier this week. It's a really tough bracket at 141 in the Big Ten with, I think, over half of the guys being ranked in the top 20. From your experience against some of the guys that you've faced this year, how tough is this weekend going to be for that weight?
I mean, this weekend it'll be a grind for sure in my weight class. And I mean, going throughout the season wrestling there, I mean, anybody can beat anybody. Just got to show up and display high effort, and whoever gets their hand raised at the end is gonna be the winner. So it'll be a tough weekend.
How do you, kind of looking back, how do you feel this time this year compared to last season, where you kind of you have a shot at making the NCAA tournament with a good weekend?
Yeah, I'm real confident going in the Big Ten tournament this year. A lot more confident than last year, and I mean, I don't know. I just feel so much better than last year, so much healthier, and a lot more excited to compete, and just been improving every week, and look to keep doing so.
What would it mean for you to have a successful weekend and punch that NCAA ticket? Would it be kind of a culmination of your goal for the last season?
I mean, yeah, I'm ultimately looking at NCAAs. I really want to get on the podium bad, and If I can punch my ticket this weekend, I just want to look to keep improving and just keep making steps forward and progressing.
All right, Bryce, you got back into the team lineup just in time to travel to Lansing for Big Tens. Is that kind of the timing that you had worked out throughout the season to be ready at least in time for postseason?
Yeah, it definitely was what we were looking to do since the injury took place. Obviously, it's one of the most important tournaments of the year because it gets you to nationals. But, yeah, so we just wanted to rehab as much as possible and be able to go out and give it our best shot at Big Tens.
A lot of guys, or a lot of allocation spots at your weight from this conference going to NCAAs. You might have missed a good chunk of the dual season getting experience against that group, but how do you feel? How do you feel like physically, mentally as you prepare to enter the bracket?
I feel ready to go. I mean, I'm just ready to go out there and compete, give it the best I got. It doesn't matter where you're at in the bracket or what seed you are. Everyone's 0-0 right now going into the tournament, and nothing in the season matters. It just matters about this weekend. So I'm really excited to get out there and compete.
This is a really tough group. You have experience against some of these guys in the field. What do you make of this your weight class specifically, and how tough it is in the Big Ten?
I think it's fun. I think it's great. I mean, they're calling it the toughest weight in the Big Ten and probably nationally, but I mean, I think it's just all opportunity. It's all fun to be able to go wrestle the best in the country and just show them what I got and wrestle as hard as I can for 7 minutes, and whatever happens, happens.